y'all, it's Heather, and today we're going to be talking about my top 10 palettes for Valentine's Day. I have pulled some amazing palettes, some that are perfect for sultry, romantic, date night, Valentine's Day looks. And then I have some that are a little more like fun, flirty. You know, you can get the pinks, the reds, effortless, daytime Valentines, maybe something you want to wear to work. And I have palettes that are maybe a little different. Maybe you wouldn't initially think like that's a Valentine's Day palette, but I did. And I want to share them with you. I'm super excited. I love talking about eyeshadow palettes. I'm constantly testing new palettes. I'm constantly revisiting old favorites. I just love makeup. If you're new here, hey, I'm Heather. If you are not new here, you notice the background has been changing. I kind of took everything down. I've been repainting, I've been reorganizing. A video is coming. It's not done yet, so this will change a little bit more. The room organization, room tour, whatever, will be coming very soon. So please do subscribe if you want to stick around for that, because I've been working on it. Let's start off by talking about the Too Faced Aptly in Love palette. This one launched earlier this year, and I was shopping my stash thinking about Valentine's Day, and I think this one is perfect. This palette has a super cute color story. We have pinks and reds, and as we go through my 10 today, some of these palettes are years old and some of these are super new palettes. This one launched over the summer, but I think it is really, really great for Valentine's Day. This palette and the Italian Spritz that Too Faced did have really, really great quality, and I think this palette in particular could give you some beautiful looks for Valentine's Day, especially if you're wanting something kind of soft, easy, effortless. Maybe you want to do your makeup Valentine's Day for work or whatever you have going on, because we have really beautiful soft pink shades. We have some really nice shimmers in here. These are very smooth, really beautiful on the lid. We have lots of interesting textures in here. I do really like that about this palette from Too Faced, but when I'm looking at the pink shades, they're just really soft and fun and easy to use. I think even if you're a beginner at eyeshadow, you would really get on with this palette. I also really, really, really appreciate, how many reallys was that? That was a lot of reallys. I really appreciate that we have this deep, dark, like burgundy red and the same in a shimmer. So if you wanted to go a little bit extra and add that red in with the pinks, oh, it's gonna be flawless. It's gonna be flawless. Now, I do have a video on this palette, so I will try to put in the cards, put in the description box, videos that I have that go with these palettes if you want to check them out. If there's anything that you want to know more about, you want to see looks, things like that, I try to put everything in the description box, y'all. I think the new Minka palette from Adept Cosmetics would be perfect for Valentine's Day. This is a new palette to my collection. This one launched recently, and I do have a full video talking about this beautiful purpley romantic color story. Now, this palette is not pink and red like Valentine's Day, right? And a lot of these palettes that I pulled are not Valentine's Day themed necessarily. Like, they're not marketed as Valentine's Day, but that's where I had fun shopping my stash and really thinking about what I would like to wear, what colors are calling to me. And I think these purple tones are so beautiful. And this palette really gives you some versatility. We do have the more bright kind of purple, the more pastel-y lavender type of color that's a little more intense, and then we do have some muted tones too. So the matte shades give us some versatility so that you can do something very like understated while still purple, or you can do something a little more poppy, bright, fun. I love that we have these beautiful pinky purple shimmers. We also have some neutral shades, so if you're wanting to do maybe a smoky eye for date night, a sultry look, or something like that, you could definitely deepen things up. You could pull in some of these neutrals and you could still do like a pop of pink or purple all over your lid, and it would be so fun, beautiful. The quality of this palette is next level. It's so good. I love Adept Cosmetics. I mean, they're one of my favorite brands. All of these palettes are, of course, favorites. Like, they're in my top 10, but this palette specifically is so gorgeous. I love every single shade in here, and I just think it's going to be perfect vibes for Valentine's Day. I do have an affiliated discount code with Adept. It is Heather if you're ever shopping their site and you want to save. I will, of course, pop up my codes as we go along today. I'll pop them up, but I'll also list them in the description box. I'll try to tag everything and link everything I can, so definitely check there. I think the Natasha Denona My Dream palette is perfect for Valentine's Day. This is a stunning palette, and this one is not new to my collection. This one has been around for 3 years or so, I think. It's not new, but tell me this color story is perfect for Valentine's Day because it is. Like, it's perfect for Valentine's Day. We have these deep shades over here. Like, we have a black, so you can really do something dark and intense and smoky if you want to. You can pull in these kind of plum shades right here. We have these beautiful kind of like soft neutrals with a pink lean to them. Like, they have that kind of pinky peach undertone to them. So I think this is a good palette if you are looking for something that is not pink, red, purple, like not over the top Valentine's Day, but maybe you're used to just wearing like browns and grays and you want to push it a little bit. Pull out this palette. Like, check it out. These tones, like this purple, this kind of berry shade, I don't know, this one may not like hit you in the face like Valentine's Day like Natasha Denona's Love palette would. I love her Love palette. Like, I love it. It's totally on theme, but this one is a little more soft. Maybe you don't want to like jump all the way into color. You want to have some neutrals, but maybe you want to do like a little something different. This one is perfect, and Natasha Denona is amazing quality. Let's talk about what is on my eyes today, and that is Gourmande Girls Bitten. This is such a cool palette, and this is brand new. This is launching soon, so all of the information will be in the description box, but check out this color story. This is like vampire romance, romantasy, fantasy inspired Valentine's Day for me. I think this is such a cool color story. It's so fun and deep and intense, and we have these beautiful purpley tones. I feel like purple is the predominant color of this palette, right? Like, that's where my eye immediately goes. But I love that there is versatility in this palette too. So of course these are Valentine's Day palettes, like it's my top 10 for Valentine's Day, but you wear these whenever you want to, right? Like, I wear my Valentine's Day makeup all year round, but it is fun to be inspired by the holidays, and this palette is just cool. I really love that they gave us like a deep red with the purples. They gave us this kind of like pinky shade over here, and then we have this like teal green type of shade. It's different. We have a little bit of gray, and this palette is just amazing. The quality in here is beautiful. Every single shade is a win. It is a win. I'm really like hoping you can see in the swatches and the application and everything how great this palette is. Gourmande Girls is a brand that just, oh, when they do the palettes in this format with kind of the 14 pan and then embossings on the pan, the formulas are just so great. They are pigmented, but they are easy to blend. They're easy to work with. You can definitely just create a variety of looks with this color story. And I mean, you see in the application how easy the shadows apply. Like, I don't have to go on and on because they're speaking for themselves, but I love this. I think this is so great. Definitely one of my favorite palettes from the brand. Super excited about this one. I love this color story. I really do. I think it's dark and romantic, and I had so much fun creating this look today. Gourmande Girls is an indie brand, meaning it's independently owned, and as we talk today, a lot of the palettes I'm going to talk about are from indie brands, independently owned brands, a lot of woman-owned brands. I really love that. I love supporting an independently owned brand. So if you've never heard of some of these brands, definitely go follow them, check them out. Like, just keep an eye, because indie brands are really doing the best right now. Now, if you're into something a little smaller, maybe a little more curated color story, this palette from Glaminatrix is so stinking cute. Look at this. 6 shades to choose from. You don't have to overthink it. It is so cute, so beautiful. The quality is amazing. This is the Entrancing Eyes palette from Glaminatrix, and these matte shades are beautiful. They blend beautifully. They're easy, effortless, just everything works together. And then the shimmers up top are beautiful too. We have shades that shift, that have a lot of sparkle, that have a lot of shine, that really make an impact on the eyes. And I'm so into this mini palette. I had to talk about this one for Valentine's Day because I think if you're wanting to do something maybe pink, but not like hot pink pink, not neon pink. You could definitely look at this palette because you have more of the berry tones and you still have light shades to add a highlight or to use as your transition or to use as a blending shade, whatever you want. You have a mid-tone shade and you have a beautiful deep shade. You have those gorgeous shimmers that go in different ranges. Just all around such a cute palette, and it makes looks easy because you can kind of just work within these 6 shades, especially if you tend to get overwhelmed when you look at a lot of shades in a palette. This palette, it's great. Glaminatrix is an Australian-based indie brand, and the quality of their shadows is so great. We talked about a small palette. Let's go back to a big palette, and that is BellaBeauteBar Dead Roses. I say big, it's not massive, you know, but it is larger than 6 pans. And this palette launched last year from the brand, kind of like this anti-Valentine's Day feel. While they're giving us these Valentine's Day shades, they're also giving us this dark anti-Valentine's Day Dead Roses heartbreak type of theme, and I'm here for it. This palette is really all in if you're wanting to do Valentine's Day. We have the neon pinks, the kind of hot pinks, and the bright reds and the deep reds. So this would be super fun to create, just like all pink look, intense, in your face, go there. And then if you're going out at night, you're having a dinner, something like that, you have these deeper tones that you can deepen things up with, that you can pull things to this more, you know, sensual side if you want to, a little dark, a little mysterious, or maybe you want to wear the dark colors in the daytime too. You do you. Like, I wear my makeup when I want to wear my makeup. I will wear a dramatic smoky eye to Kroger to get groceries. You know, I'll wear 2 different eye looks. I do what I want to do. This palette is for you if you want to do what you want to do. You want to have fun with your makeup. You want to do something fun. BellaBeauteBar is amazing quality. Their shimmers shimmer, you know, like their multi-chromes multi-chrome. They shift, they sparkle, they do more than they need to do, you know, like they are intense, beautiful shadows. Every single matte shade in this palette performs beautifully. It all works together. I absolutely love BellaBeauteBar. The packaging is cool, it's over the top, it's fun, and I know BellaBeauteBar is launching a new Valentine's Day palette. I do not have it yet, but I am very excited about it. Hopefully it is that amazing BellaBeauteBar quality that I know, love, and expect from the brand. If you love these top 10 videos, please do subscribe. I love doing top 10 videos. I love talking about the good, the bad, the ugly. I have so many different videos here on my channel, but when you subscribe, it helps me know like what you want to see. Leave me a comment. Do you love these types of videos? I always love hearing from you. And let's talk about a palette that is also recently launched that gives us versatility. This is the Blend Bunny Plastic palette, and this is not marketed as a Valentine's Day palette, but I think it is perfect for Valentine's Day because, I mean, you see like this packaging, and then opening it up, this is a gorgeous color story. Gorgeous inside. We have the pink shades, so we can create Valentine's pink if we want to. We can do hearts and fun and all of that because we have these like duochromes that kind of have this like gold pink shift to them. We have this beautiful like neon pink, bright pink matte to create beautiful pink looks, but they also gave us a beautiful peachy shade and some neutrals. So the peachy shade, of course, pairs beautifully with pink. Like those shades, they just work together. And then they gave us these neutrals over here to where if you want to create a neutral smoky eye, you could definitely do that. A neutral daytime eye or a neutral eye and just do like a pop of pink on the inner corner or the lower lash line. It would be so stunning. That is a great way to add pink or red or purple or something like that into your neutral look. If you want to do something a little fun for Valentine's Day, just on your inner corner, put that pop of color and it's going to be intense and fun and playful, or put it on your lower lash line. That is a way to add some color to your look, to add some fun without going as intense as like a full-on colorful look, or it's even less intense than just putting it like on your inner corner. Just a little on the waterline, little on the lower lash line can be super pretty. And I think this palette would be beautiful for Valentine's Day. I recently wore this on a wear test. If you watched me testing the new AVH foundation, I wore this out to dinner. We went downtown for my son's birthday, and I thought that day that this look would be perfect for Valentine's Day. Electric Pink from Sigma. This is such a great palette. This is a palette that is going to give you a very easy, effortless pinky looks. So it's perfect for Valentine's Day. If you have any type of texture on the lid, anything that maybe you don't want to emphasize, Sigma is your palette, okay? They make shadows that really just glide on and are very like flattering and beautiful on the lid. We have these beautiful light pinks, but then they also gave us kind of this mid-tone burgundy red in the shade Cosmopolitan. They gave us a dark brown, so you can use that as liner or to deepen things up because it really works with the tones of these pinks. We do have some neutral shimmer, but we also have this beautiful like purpley brown like duochrome shift shadow, and the quality of this palette is great. So again, if you want a palette with not so many shades, this 9-pan can be really great because you can get a neutral look, you can get a pinky look, you can mix and match, and you still are staying within these 9 shades, and no matter what you do, it's going to be cohesive and beautiful. I have to talk about Forbidden Love from Klarity because this is an interesting love palette, and maybe one you're not thinking of for Valentine's Day, but I did because we have these beautiful purpley tones right over here, and I know we have a lot of blue in here, but there's something about the way these shades work together that I wanted to include this in here because I think it's fun if you don't want to do just pink and red and purple for Valentine's Day. Stick with these purpley shades being like the main focus of your look, and then incorporate some of these other shades, and you'll definitely get a kind of like unexpected Valentine's Day look. You know, not something so like immediate that you think of, but this purpley shade called Trapped is just so pretty. It is so pretty. You can incorporate this whole row, really, like this kind of like gray shade. I don't know, there was something about it that just kept like jumping out at me, and I'm like, okay, I have to include this because the theming of the palette, like, I'm into it. It's kind of this like nighttime fantasy dark romance Valentine's vibe. The Smitten palette from Divaroon is a new palette to me. It's new for 2025, and I had to include this because how cute is this kitten packaging, this whole Smitten theme, and the color story inside fits. Like, it's fun, it's playful, and it's perfect for Valentine's Day. We have the muted kind of mauve shades, we have the hot pink, we have that kind of muted red color, and then we have the beautiful kind of smoky grays, and we also have these other shades, like kind of these gray, bluey, purpley type tones that I think add like versatility and fun to the palette. The mattes in here are pigmented, they are easy to blend, I could layer them, I could buff them, really gorgeous, and the shimmer shades, so beautiful. Like the shift in the shadows, they're shifty, you know, like they shift. You can see the reflex, the sparkles are intense. Now, none of the palettes that I'm talking about today have glitter, pressed glitter, nothing like that. So if you're thinking, I don't want pressed glitter, I got you. None of these palettes have pressed glitter. When I say sparkle, I mean sparkle. Like, oh, I just love that. I love to look like I have diamonds or stars or something on my eyes. I want to look like fairy tale goddess vibes, and I'm getting that. Like, these shimmers are so beautiful. I love that we have the light bright shades, so you can create something like that if you want to. Something that's a little soft, playful, colorful, but we also have these deep dark shades, so you can take it to that darker, more dramatic, more intense look if that's what you want to do. We have options in here, and one thing about me is I love options. I love that the mattes go light to dark. I love that the shimmers go light to dark. I think that's just super duper fun, and I'm into it. I love the look that I created with this palette. It was very easy. I created it super early in the morning as I was like rushing out the door, and everything just performed exactly how I wanted it to perform. This is really a beautiful palette from the brand. Hear me out, I have an 11th palette, okay? I could not do this video and not talk about the Verona palette from Nomad Cosmetics. This one is not available right now. I know it was limited edition. I don't know if they plan to do a restock, but it was based around like love and death, okay? Romeo and Juliet, and I love it, okay? I love it. Look at this pinky red color story. Look at this blue kind of sad color story, like love and heartbreak, right? I know, I'm not gonna go on and on about this because I love it, okay? I love it. It's not available right now, but if you have this palette, shop your stash. pull it out, create with it, because it's so good. Amor y Morte. Like, listen, I'm into it. Nomad, we love this palette. We love it. It's so good. Please let me know your favorite palettes for Valentine's Day. What are you planning to wear for Valentine's Day, for the Valentine's Day season? Do you have any fun plans? What makeup are you wearing? Please tell me. I love hearing from you. I know there are more Valentine's Day palettes launching. I already know some are coming and I cannot wait. I love all makeup, and anytime there's a theme, there is a holiday, and I know we're getting new makeup for it, I am excited. So give me your recommendations of palettes I need down in the comments, and I will see you soon in another one.